makes Ira Glass. I missed the Broadway shows. Thank you for being here for my Broadway debut. I'm here because of all the weeks in our 13-week run, all the shows in our 13-week run. You are here on a special night. We're doing this thing. This is not the kind of show that could ever have an understudy. It's one of the few shows on Broadway that couldn't. In this way, this is one of the things that Mike Birbiglia shares, one of the many things, with Bruce Springsteen. But we just thought it would be funny to have an understudy contest. And so we ran an understudy contest. It's run for weeks. Hundreds of people from all over the country have applied and sent in videos. And what we had them do is they put out the text of a few old Mike Birbiglia stories, and they would send in videos. And so we have 3 winners. They're all totally wonderful. We couldn't pick one. And very briefly before the show, we're going to have them come out and perform for their first time doing their Broadway debut. Like Mike is so excited, I'm so excited, and so I'm really glad that you're here for this. And so the stories they're going to tell are not going to be the story that Mike is going to tell later, just to know they're older, separate stories. And our very first one, this first one that we're going to bring out, when we saw his video, like, oh, he could actually be the understudy. His name is Adam Bush, he's from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Please welcome him.
So it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I go to the airport, I take my boarding pass up to the TSA agent. He looks at it and goes, "Isn't that your gate?" Like, I guess they changed the gate, but the way he said it was like I had something to do with the decision. Like, I was not part of this process. Like, I went to the kiosk and I was like, B-22? Like, hell, I'm flying out of B-22. I photoshopped my own ticket and I printed it out and I'm like, this is where I'm going. I am not that aggressive of a traveler. So I'm like, where is my gate? He says, it's in another terminal. You're gonna have to take a tram. So I grab my roller suitcase, start heading that way, and I hear him behind go, you better run! Like, I guess I'm running late, so I start running through the airport, and I hate running. Like, this is me running. Not good at it. My roller suitcase, it doesn't like running either. It's like, I don't want to run, I have wheels! I'm like, I don't want to run either, but this is what we have to do. I'll tell you what, later when we get to the hotel, I'll roll you around in circles for a couple of hours. Eventually we get to the tram. It's got one of those things at the top that says, next tram, 0 minutes. I'm like, perfect, that's the exact amount of time I want to wait. But then I realized the tram's actually rolling away, and I'm like, wait a second, that's negative 1 minute! 10 minutes later, I get on the next tram, and I hop into the gate, and I'm sweaty, and I'm out of breath, but I'm on time. So I sit down, and I fall asleep. And I wake up to the boarding door closing. And I am on the sad side of the door. The happy side is the side with the plane, the pilots, the people going somewhere. The sad side is me and the Cinnabon lady. Thanks, everybody!
It just occurred to me, maybe some of you are completely unfamiliar with Mike Birbiglia. In which case, like, I know this is a really strange night out on Broadway. How many of you have seen him perform or know his work? Apologies to those who were just like, I'm just gonna get this at tickets and see what it is. Our next performer, originally from Atlanta, Georgia, lives here in New York City. Maria DeCotis, come on out, Maria. And when you sent in your video, we just really loved your approach because you, in your video, you decided that you were going to take Mike back to his Italian-American roots with this rendition of one of his routines. So this is a story that he tells in one of his other shows about taking a girl, he's in high school, he takes a girl on a carnival ride called the Scrambler.
Mi sia con Lisa sullo Scrambler.
I said, I'm with Lisa on the Scrambler.
E mi sento bene.
And I'm feeling good.
Mi sta coccolando e io sto pensando, ecco è fatta! Stiamo per baciarci.
She's snuggling up close to me and I'm thinking, this is it. I think we might make out.
Ma poi iniziamo a scramble.
Then we start scrambling.
Ed a quel punto che realizzo che sto per vomitare di sicuro.
And that's when I know I'm going to throw up for sure.
Allora penso, devo inventarmi un piano.
So I'm thinking I need to come up with a plan.
Allora, il mio piano era di avvertire l'operatore Scrambler di fermarsi.
So my plan was I needed to tell the Scramble operator that he needed to stop the ride.
Ma la matematica dello Scrambler funziona in modo che il raggio di opportunità in cui una persona possa comunicare con lo Scrambler è limitatissimo.
But the mathematics of the Scrambler are such that the window of opportunity in which one can communicate with the Scrambler operator is very limited.
E trama penso, devo dirgli di fermarsi.
I'm like, I gotta tell the guy to stop the ride.
Devo dirgli di fermarsi.
I gotta tell the guy to stop the ride.
Ti prego, fermati!
Please stop the ride.
Eccomi di nuovo.
No,
Mi ha
Matt.
sentito.
I'm not sure he heard me.
Per favore, fermati!
Please stop the ride.
Non mi sente! E la terza volta ho detto, per favore, fermati!
I'm not sure he's paying attention, but the other time he said, please stop the...
E poi ho iniziato a vomitare come una annaffiata del moto automatico. Tu.
And then I start throwing up like an oscillating lawn sprinkler.
E non ci siamo baciati.
And we did not make out. You can see her perform at UCB. Hannah Solow is our last performer. When you see what she does, you will understand why we had to put her last. Please welcome Hannah Solow.
So we went to Alaska and they have bear orientation, and they say that if you see a bear, you should clap and you should say, I'm right here, bear, I'm right here. I'm Hannah and you're a bear. I'm right here, bear, I'm right here. I'm Hannah and you're a bear. And I thought, I'm gonna be mauled by a bear because that sounds like basting yourself in barbecue sauce. We went fly fishing with this guy, then all of a sudden there's an 8-foot brown bear walking toward my sister in the water, and I was proud of myself because I built up the courage to say, guide, do something! And the guide sprinted at the bear and he goes, hee-yaw, 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 and the bear walks away. And I was relieved that my sister didn't get mauled, but in retrospect I was angry at the guide. I was like, you didn't tell me about the hee-yaw plan. You just told me I was supposed to say, I'm right here,
Her husband Alex Mitchell on piano. Someday, one or two or three of them will be big stars. You'll be able to say you were there the very first night they played Broadway. Mike will be out within a minute. Thanks for being here.